Greetings. Welcome to episode 59. That's one away from what's got to be a bit of a milestone show, hasn't it? The number 60. We'll have a look and see who we're going to get on for that one. I've got a few possibilities that we'll have for that. First guest is now in my green room down the back. I can see you, so I'm waving at you, Craig, and you can wave. There we go. See, but you're off screen. Don't panic, mate. Let's catch up with a few of you. Thank you for watching. It's so good to see you piling in. Let's have a look. Jump to the top. Right. Lewis Bird, you got the first one in this time, mate. Well done, buddy. Good evening, everyone. I hope everybody is well. Chris Mason, Medic Mason. Good evening, lovely people. Good evening, Mason. Phil Martin, evening all. Emma Brown, evening all. Evening all. Looks like you're looking forward to this weekend as well. And there's Craig Cook. He's just clicking CC Sim Racing. He'll be. Oh, he's got a drink. I'm impressed. I haven't got. Oh yeah, I have, haven't I? What a stupid thing to say. Of course I have. Let the evening begin. Tom Sharp, evening, May. Hello, buddy. Dom D Hazel, how do? And Craig clicking on everyone there. Got Mighty Minis Racing. That's why we're going to have Craig on in a minute, because he's going to be the travelling voice of the Mighty Minis, and so he'll be making his debut with us this weekend just for the Mighty Minis races. Be joining me up in the commentary box. Emma Brown says 5 days to race day, not counting. Honest. I think we can all relate to that one, Emma, I'm sure. Stuart Tinker-Taylor, good evening, Chris. Looking forward to Monday from the Camp Softcore Fuffers Rule. Absolutely. Thank you very much again for this, guys, by the way. Look, I've still got a fair chunk left. I'm trying to be good, you see, but I've definitely got it on the go. Thank you to yourself and the lovely Lisa. It really is a beautiful gin. Moldberry and cranberry. Bonnet de douche, Rodney. Matt Parr, evening. Oh, have you got your car sorted, mate? I haven't actually looked at the list yet. I've been so busy. I've just printed everything out. And it was an almighty cut-off, sadly, wasn't it? The drive shaft, I think, just completely sheared off. Unbelievable. Tony Olds, evening all. Tom Sharp waving. Keith Rain, hello, mate. Good evening to one and all from our mighty start line chief. If he's not there, the races don't start. Simple as that. Chris Didcott. Lisa Taylor, hello, Lisa. Evening, Mr. Dawes. Look forward to Monday. And again, thank you for this to you both. That was absolutely such a lovely, lovely surprise. Thank you so much. Gerald Howe, evening all. Dilly, dilly, if you insist. Dilly, dilly. Craig, I'm going to be drunk by the time I get you on, mate. Brilliant. Tim Perry from the Orange Army. I was just making sure that wasn't a bottle of wine that you were just drinking from then, Craig. If anybody wonders what I'm doing, I'm able to see all the people in my green room down the bottom. So, and by the way, if there's anybody that fancies coming on and they got something to share about Combe, let me know, because I can ping you over. If I can multitask, I can ping you over the link as well. Even an old dilly, can't believe another race day is upon us. Excited. I know, it only feels like 2 weeks ago, doesn't it? Joe Shingler, hi. Ben Hindle, good evening, everyone. Mate, you tell me you're still not ready to get out there. You've got to get out there soon, mate. We want you back on circuit. Our very own Cat, evening, everyone. Hi, Cat, still doing an incredible job and keeping us the race days entered and everybody knowing what they're doing. So thank you for your awesome work. Keep it coming. Graham Shepherd, good evening, everyone. Hi, Graham. Thanks for moving to Wednesday night. I have a webinar tomorrow night. You're welcome, mate. I was looking at the list and I saw, well, Mason's busy on that Thursday, so I can't do it then. No, it's always Wednesdays from now on because things have changed here at Dawes Towers. And so I've had to tweak it around, I'm afraid. Hey, Champ Keepo, evening, mate. Hopefully you're going to be out and you continue your pace going. You're enjoying that number one on the car, mate, aren't you? Elliot Harris, evening all, buzzing for another action-packed race day. I agree. It's going to be amazing. The Herminator. And now there's 2 Herminators. His son raced as well 2 weeks ago. And guess what, guys? They're both darn good. Both of you did absolutely amazing. I think, Matthew, you probably take the biscuit, don't you? Because you had to start from the back and work your way through. And I got the impression you enjoyed that one, mate. Absolutely brilliant. Carl Olden, hello, mate. Evening, Mr. Dawes. Evening, Mr. Olden Senior. When's Olden Jr. coming back out on circuit? We want to see him back out as well soon. Mike Cotton, hello, mate. One of the ever-presents up at Quarry Corner. Good evening, all. Let's hope for a repeat of Easter Monday, but a bit warmer. Yeah, it was nice weather, wasn't it? But it wasn't excessively warm, although normally that's quite a good thing because that means that the drivers aren't getting confuzzled in the heat in the car and making silly mistakes. So it's a bittersweet thing. So, yeah, there we go. Just having a look. Tim Perry says, Apple Jack Daniels and tonic for me tonight. I'm intrigued now about adding tonic to that. I'm intrigued. I'm mildly repulsed, but I'm always intrigued by such things. But I do like a bit of whiskey, a bit of bourbon, so I'd give that a crack as well. Yeah, for sure. Jacob Howe, hello, mate. Mark Goose Bryant, Quarry Hardcore. Good evening, Combe lovers. Right, my lovers. Tim Perry, chin chin. Evening, Dawsey, Darren Duffield. He had to fight through the field last time as well, and hopefully he won't have to do it quite so bad. Why have I got a sad face from you, Mark Goose Bryant? Because you've done the sad emoji. What does that mean? You're missing it in 2 weeks' time or something? Because that's not like you to put a sad face. Matt Coyle, the saloon car coordinator. Good evening, everyone. Are we racing again already? You're all right, mate. It's only Wednesday. You've got till Monday, so don't panic, sir. You're okay. Nathan Ward, the Class B champion of the last 2 years, and he's looking good for it again this year already. Looking forward to some May Day madness on Monday. Here we go. Matt Parr says, we are entered, all repaired. I can't even talk tonight. Repaired. Yes. Drive shaft snapped in diff and alternator failure. It was a big job, that one, didn't you? You didn't do any half measures, did you, mate? No half measures at all. And I'm guessing we're not going to get any Papa Par on tonight because the old boy's on holiday, isn't he? Hope he's back for Monday. Michael Humphrey, don't forget the cough sweets for Craig when he's actually doing that real live commentary. He's just applauded in the background, Michael, so he knows where you're coming from on that one. And we will bring him on in a second. I'm just going to get through everybody's messages. Matt Parr, big thank you to everyone at Combe for giving me the opportunity to race the Mini. even if that had problems too, it was just not your day, was it, mate? It was hugely appreciated. Yeah, because as I understand it, everyone had to agree to that, didn't they? And it was nice that they did. Dom, hello, mate. It was nice to meet you, by the way, on the bank holiday Monday. Looking forward to being Emma's understudy again. David Vivian, hello, mate. Good to see you on board. Lee Waterman, evening all. Hopefully we'll see you out as well. Phil Hearn, hello, mate. 24/7 Motorsport. I'll see you at Brands Hatch Saturday, Sunday, by the looks of it. I don't think you got anyone in GT World Challenge yet, have you yet? You will do, I reckon, buddy. But you've definitely got at least one car in GT Cup, and not the usual one I see. Papa Pa is watching. Have a great show, guys. Sorry I can't stay. I'm in a bar in Spain. I don't think we need to hear that, Papa Pa. But I'll have a drink for you anyway, mate. Have a fab holiday. The pictures look jealousy creatingly beautiful, mate. They're not pictures of him, in case anyone was wondering, by the way. They're of the area he's in. Easter Monday was nice and warm for us northerners. Can't have it too much warmer. Well, I thought it was us soft southerners that normally complain now. Matthew Herman, the Hermanator, yes, was a great day. Think I had a permanent smile on my face for about a week. I bet you did, mate. On 2 counts, not only your drive-through for the second race being absolutely wicked, but just to see your son do so well. Jordan was just absolutely brilliant, and it's great to see new faces coming through. CC Sim Dog, I'm assuming you know this person, Craig. Evening, never been to Combe. Looking forward to seeing the racing and meeting the boss, of course. I have no. Is that you, mate? Is that they meeting you? Are they? Yeah. Thumbs up there. They're meeting the man there. Matt Parr, and a big thank you to Grant Motorsport for all of their hard work sorting the car before, during, and after. They were busy, weren't they? Bless them. Really, really busy. David Vivian says, my son Ruben Senna Vivian will be following my tyre tracks at Combe soon. Awesome, mate. Love to hear it. We love the families coming through, don't we, at Combe? Absolutely brilliant. Daniel Williams, even indoors, that glass gets bigger every week. No, my hands are just getting smaller, mate. That's all it is, honest. I'm out Monday. I'll try and stay out of everyone's way. That's not what I hear, Daniel. I hear that you and Darren Duffield are going to be having a cracking on circuit fight if you have anything to do with it. We'll wait and see. I look forward to it. My cousin's watching. Evening, Mr. D. Evening, Paul. Good to see you watching, buddy. Titch, how did you get on the action day on the weekend, mate? Because I think you were doing on the mic for that one on your own, weren't you? Good evening, Chris. Hope you're well. Chris, that's very formal, mate, isn't it? Crikey. Chris Mason says, Joshy says, hi, Dawesy. Hi, Joshy. How you doing, mate? Good to see you still awake, ready for this show as well. Tina Weston, the Hot Hatch coordinator. Even everyone, can't wait for Monday. Let's go. Lewis Bird, I had a feeling you were going to say this. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to withdraw. I'm planning on testing in the 9th of June, ready for the 11th. And I'm not at that race meeting. Where am I? Oh, American Speed Fest at Brands Hatch that weekend. The only one I'm missing this year at Combe. But come on, Lewis, we want you back out on circuit. I know you were just beside yourself, frankly, weren't you, watching everyone else racing on the last bank holiday Monday, itching to be out there. Hopefully we'll see you soon, mate. John Ford, hello, mate. Evening, Dawesy. Good to see you, buddy. We need to get you guys on the show at some point as well, for sure. Pick up on all the work that you guys do. Phil Hearn from 24/7 says, no GT World Challenge yet, but you never know. I do, mate, and you will be there. Like I said, you're the epitome for me that nice guys can win, and I've said that to your face, so you know I'm not pretending. Matt says, Chris Parr, there's always one that has to go one better, isn't there? There you go. But Chris, Papa Pa has said it's a G&T he's having in that Spanish bar. Good man. Good man. The sea's just lapping at my shore here as well. Honest. I should have just put a screensaver on the TV of the shore. And I'd have felt like I was with you in Spain, mate. That would have been fine. Daniel Lofthouse says, can't wait to see the boss Craig Cook on Monday. Looking forward to the racing this weekend. and we'll bring him on this show any second now. I'm nearly caught up. I'm nearly there. Jack Titch says, I was indeed all alone, missing you, but don't worry. I did a sterling job. I'm coming for your job. We don't want any of that, mate. We don't want any of that. And he says, only kidding. Can't wait to get back on the mic with you. We do have a giggle, don't we, when the drifters get out on town. Tomo, hello, mate. Good to see you as well. Evening. Right. We're caught up with these at the moment. I mentioned a moment ago about the fact that Craig's here. We've got the Mighty Minis. Now, many of you, I'm sure, will have seen the story that Roger Tello, who set this up, I've lost track of how many years ago now because I've just been with him in the championship for so many years. And they are now looked after by Castle Combe Racing Club, doing the administration for them and everything, which is terrifically exciting. And we get them twice, at the beginning of the year, so this Monday, and the last race meet, the finals day, I think it is, as well. And then they're racing here, there, and everywhere in between as well. And what they're doing, and I've done this several times for championships, is that they've gone and got what is going to be the voice of the Mighty Minis. Craig Cook is going to be traveling around with them and jumping on the mic for those Mighty Minis championships, which is brilliant because we love it when we're in the box that you get someone that knows more than we have the time to be able to find out about every championship. So he's going to be doing that. But this guy might be making his debut with us, but he's been doing lots of commentating, and it's on sim racing, which many of us know is huge. I know a lot of us did it during lockdown, and we had our own group and all of that sort of thing. In fact, that was where I had my first taste at doing sim racing, and it is brilliant fun, really is. But this man's going to join me in the commentary box, going to bring him onto the screen now. Evening, Craig.
Hello, how are we doing? Can you hear me okay?
No, I can't hear you at all, mate.
Oh, okay, I'll see you later then. You okay?
I'm good, my friend. How are you?
Excited, nervous, buzzing for Monday. Absolutely buzzing. I can't wait. Really can't wait.
No, and I can imagine, and I know we've been having various conversations backwards and forwards just to try and sort of like give you as much of a flavour of what it's going to be like, and sort of just making sure that you get to immerse yourself in the whole thing and let yourself loose. Now, first of all, tell us about the Sim series, because it is you do lots of stuff, but the one that I'm going to refer to is intrinsically linked to the Mighty Minis.
Yeah, so basically I started off basically just going to one of the racetracks, and I met someone through the sim racing, which was Mark Price, Pinky Price, and it was absolutely unbelievable. I managed to go around the track with him. He took me around probably the scariest track, which was Thruxton. Going through Village in a Mini at 104 mile an hour was quite petrifying, I must admit. But the buzz, it just all come back again. I absolutely loved it. And he got involved, and then he sort of started passing the buck around, started saying hello to everybody on the track days. Come and check the racing out at CC Sim, blah blah blah. Carried on going, and then it basically got to Roger, and Roger gave me a call and said, "Would you do you want to sort out a sim series with the Mighty Minis?" And I was like, "This is going to be amazing." We had an idea of doing it, but to have Mighty Minis as the forefront was absolutely unbelievable. So we were, as you could tell, I was over the moon. So we got it all ready. We done a little graphic, and I said, look, just see how you think first, because I am a bit crazy when I go commentating. I'm a bit I'm not quite Murray Walker yet, but I'm trying to get there. But it's really, the oxygen levels just drop. I don't have any oxygen at the end of some of the commentating I do. And he watched it, and I can't tell you what he actually said, but it was something like it was very good.
Yeah, that's the cleaned up version, is it?
Yeah,
we know what a liability old Rog can be like, isn't it? And there lies the good thing, is that I get you instead of Roger, so I don't have to worry all the time about what's going to be said on mic. No, I'm only joking. I love him to pieces, and he knows it, but I give him grief as well.
Yeah,
and I mean, that is what I loved. Having looked at it, is that you actually it is the cars that are in the Mighty Mini Championships, isn't it? The colours and everything, they're all done to look like the cars in the Mighty Mini Championship.
Yeah, I mean, we got a friend, again, another amazing friend, Lee Duncan, who does his own liveries. He was in one of the Gran Turismo livery championships. So you get to design, you have to design a certain car, and he was doing some incredible designs. And I sort of managed to get hold of him, and I said, look, can you do some of these liveries for us? And I didn't realise how good he was until he done Bobby Thompson's, Nevin Kirkpatrick's, Steve Rideout's Illuminous, yellow Mini, which is unbelievable. And to see him on track, and people were, the racing drivers weren't actually, some of them were racing them, but others weren't. And they were asking to borrow those cars to present themselves as those drivers. And it was incredible. We had so many on the track in the first race. And Brands Hatch was, it was nuts. It was just incredible. Just seeing him going around Paddock Hill Bend for the first time. It was just unbelievable.
No, it certainly looked very impressive the way it was done, and good racing and sim racing. And clearly, with the fact that you're so excited about Monday, this is, and we'll move on to the championship in a moment, so don't panic. I'll stop humbling you in a minute. But it's something that you've clearly had a desire to do for some time.
Oh, it's obviously the Bond person I really followed a lot of was Murray Walker. I mean, he was like a big idol for me. Just the excitement, the mistakes made everything happen. The classic one, I'm going for first with Cleland in the British touring cars. That's probably my favourite line ever. And and the car in front is a Toyota when it went upside down. It was just the little comments he made just made you laugh. And he was such a breath of fresh air when he was doing the Formula One as well. It was just he's magical guy. And obviously then we lost him. And I couldn't believe how cut up I was about it. I was really, really cut up. And
we did a piece on this show as well. Actually, when he passed, we did a whole thing, and I got a feeling I had to pre-record it because it was just like, no, wow. I'm not doing that live, and played it during the show. And so I get that. So you're going to come up. I think the Mighty Minis are the second race of the weekend. So basically, if by the way, everybody go to ccracingclub.co.uk and you'll see the timetable. We're now actually on version 2. I haven't clocked what the changes are, but version 2 of the timetable came out today. The entry list will probably be properly up there on Friday, I'm guessing, to be honest. The championship standings for our local championships, as you can see them. It's the opening round, though, for the Mighty Minis. And what we've got is we've got a whole load of qualifying, 7 qualifying sessions. Then we have 2 races. Then we have a lunch break. And then we have another 9 races after the lunch break. So the Mighty Minis are the second race just before lunch. And they're the third from last race at the end of the day. So it's a double header for them. You're going to come up and join me when I open up with Ian Salmon, is my co-commentator. Josh Barrett will be down doing the interviews. And you'll just see how it's going for that first race, so that then we can throw another set of headphones on you, and you're going to then join us for that first race, and probably a little bit more for the second race after that as well.
Brilliant. I'm honestly, mate. I can't thank Roger enough. Is the fact that he just came up to me and said, "Do you want to do it?" I was like, "Are you serious?" So I was expected just to do sim racing for the rest of me, and then to get this opportunity, and then obviously, standing next to yourself, and I'm going to big you up because you are an award winner and you're a good commentator, and I don't know if you've got it to hand. I was hoping you were going to go. There you go. But no, damn, I didn't think you did, but it was worth a shout.
I should have done that.
And while the microphones are off, I'm sure we're going to have a bit of banter with the MK and the Swindon ice hockey, which is how we met. Really, when it was quite a shocker, really, to say, he supports the opposite team. Oh dear.
But we're not going to talk about that because you guys got to Coventry and we didn't.
Yeah.
So we'll leave that alone.
Yeah,
right.
No problem.
In terms of the championship, though, in all seriousness, and I'm assuming, therefore, that just how exciting the Mighty Minis are on circuit in real life as well.
Oh, it's unbelievable. I'm one of the very lucky ones to actually get the chance to actually drive one of them round Castle Combe. I'd just say, thanks to Mark Price. Mark Price didn't actually sit in the car. I think he was more scared of what I would do. So Steve Rideout jumped in the car from Octane Racing and said, I'll go out with you. So let's see how you get on. And I was quite surprised because when I pulled up, we had Lisette and Paul Ogborn standing next to me. And as I opened the door, they went, "You're not Mark." And I was like, no, I'm not Mark. I'm Craig. How you doing? You know, so they must have been quite impressed with my driving. So it was unbelievable. But yeah, it's going to be an exciting season, and it's going to be action packed as normal. And the last race there was, it was sublime. It was absolutely sublime.
And just to put that in context, Mark Price finished third in the Class A Championship standings.
Yes.
So that's a good car that you were in. Now the Class A cars are the slower of the two classes, aren't they? I always think that's
correct.
the wrong way round for me.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, so you got the
Mighty Minis compared to the Super Mighty Minis.
That's right. Yeah, so Class A is the Mighty Minis. Class B is the Supers. Obviously, the Mighty Mini is more of your classic Mini with the 1273 engine. And then you've got the uprated one, which is the Super Mighties, which have an uprated head, slightly different modifications, better tyres. They also run gas shocks as well. So they are slightly different, and that one runs a 1293 brakes, 1293 cc engine. So they're probably topping out. I think it's about 110, something like that. 100. So that even in a Mini, that's quite scary.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
and especially going over Avon Rise and Quarry, that was the scariest moment of my life, I think. I thought Village was bad, but then when I got to that corner and realised it was slightly more than 90 degrees, I had to bail out a couple of times,
Let's just say there's a reason why there's a lot of spectators gravitate to that corner.
Yeah.
All we need to say. Say no more.
Say no more, exactly, yeah.
And I mean, the entry list, and I was going to say provisional entry list. I'm sure we'll have a few changes, but I think we might be there or thereabout. And I'm just double checking. Where are we? We're looking at about 21 already entered.
That's correct. Yeah, there's a lot of Mighties this series. I was really, really surprised how many Mighties there are this series compared to Supers. So that's going to be a very interesting battle. Yeah.
And I'm trying to remember now, the Mighties have a slightly delayed start, don't they, from the Supers?
I don't know if, at the moment. I know they used to, but I'm not too sure about this series. So that'll have to be. I'll have to have a word with Roger about that. What they're doing. I haven't had nothing through email wise. So. Yeah,
that doesn't surprise me, mate. That doesn't surprise me. But that's fine. I mean, we'll work it out. I think traditionally is that it would be a split grid and then a slight delay, or a split grid but go at the same time, because of course they're going to fall back anyway. But I think it's normally a bit of a delay so that the faster Mighties weren't already up with the slower Supers and all of that sort of thing.
Correct. Yeah.
Which makes sense. And I mean, talk about a baptism of fire to you, buddy, because it will become 2 races within one that we'll be commentating on, because
I know, it's great.
There's the speed difference, isn't there?
Yeah. So we see the first lot go through, and then look, here comes the second lot, and it's going to
be handing over to your co-commentator on the other side of the circuit.
Exactly. Yeah. You just and that's the bit I'm going to be like, okay, when we're going to go, and I'm going to be like grabbing you, going, is it my go? Is it our go? Is it our go? Yeah. they're coming. It's my go. Yeah, it's going to be great. I'm really looking forward to it. It's honestly, it's an absolute honor. It's a dream. It really is.
Well, and I've said it to you, haven't I, numerous times, is enjoy it, and that's the key one. Just picking up, actually, is last year's Supers, the champion was Ian Slark.
Yeah.
And he is racing, but bizarrely, he's racing number 15 by the looks of it. He's not racing number 1.
Ah, okay. I know, because I think it's Ryan Taylor was doing. He's going to be the lead mechanic there this series. So. And he does mini. He rallies minis. So I'm not 100% sure about that one. I do apologise. I will have to find that information out. But that's interesting to know, though, because obviously that was a class-winning car as well. So very interesting to know.
Well, I mean, assume it's the same car, but even last year it looks like he did run number 1 and he won the championship again. But this year he's running car number 15, so no idea. But it is another super. Incidentally, thank you for this, Graham Shepherd. Graham Shepherd has said all start at the same time, gap in the grid.
Yep. Okay. Thank you, Graham. Appreciate that, buddy. Lovely guy as well. Absolute legend. Absolute legend. I've never met him, but because obviously through CC Sim, they all sort of message you on the side and they're like, "Oh, this is incredible," and it's great. I've got to know quite a lot of the drivers through it, so it's amazing.
Oh, in fact, I love this as well. Steve Rideout says, "Hi, Dawsy. Mighties all start together on start. No delay. Can't wait for Monday." Guys, we can't wait for you to be there as well. Kat's actually said, let me check that, Chris. So she might just be double checking the number. So it might be wrong that Slarky's running 15. He might actually be number 1. So we'll check that all out on entry lists and what have you. But, thank you to Graham Shepherd, who will be out running car number 9, Shepherd Motor Engineers Limited run Class A car, so a Mighty Mini. Steve Rideout, where did I see him? He's running the car number 7, Octane Racing. Super as well. So, guys, and we can't wait to see you.
Yeah, some of those cars as well, by the way, Chris. And obviously, Steve Rideout actually repairs and runs, and he has his own car rental service for supers and mighties. So if anyone wants to join into this, they can do. Adam Bath's an example, great driver, and it's a real shame he's not doing the whole series because I think he'd be a real contender. He's a stunning driver, he really is. So very interesting to see what he's up to this year. I know he's doing one at the moment, so I'm hoping I'm going to try and talk to him because I've got him into the right sim, so I'm going to try and force him into a couple of more races. So lovely guy again, great guy.
Good. Just quickly, a couple of other messages. Our very own Emma Strawford. Good evening, Dawes. Sorry, late on parade. Evening, Emma. Nick Gwinnett. Good evening. Good to see that you're back racing again as well, mate. So thank you for that. CC Simdog says, can't wait to hear you on the day. Buzzing for you, Craig, which is lovely comment.
Thanks,
and it's
buddy.
so good. I love these minis because I've always said, they're so back and forth in their racing. You don't want to be in the lead until you've come out of the final corner on the final lap. But I also love when they go around the corners, especially things like Camp and Quarries, where I've seen them a lot. And I've always said they look like a dog cocking its leg having a wee. With the one rear corner just raising up.
Oh dear! Well, there's a couple of magic moments. I think Mark Price might not be happy about it, but I'm going to tell you anyway. But it was you're probably commentating that day, but we had he had literally cut out over the line. He was coming around a camp for the final time, and it cut out. And he managed to cross the line before everybody else and managed to get that 3rd place in the championship. So, wow. And the first race, he had no brakes after he spun out at Tower. So, and he managed to claw his way. Yeah, he managed to claw his way through the grid, pumping the pedal, handbrake. Unbelievable. They don't stop for nothing. They just, that's all they want to do. They love it. They absolutely love it. It's crazy.
As
stuff.
do we watching it. That's the beauty.
Indeed. Yeah.
Michael Humphrey says you will need loads of boxes of cough sweets for Craig. He needs them when we do CC sim races. I know that feeling, don't you? We're our very own Sean Deacon. Evening all. Good to see you, mate. Cracking opening weekend as well. Tim Perry says I love them too. Call them the lead cockers.
Nice.
Michael Humphrey says a dog on heat that will come out now. You said that.
Oh, I'm not allowed to say. Yeah, that used to be one of my lines. I did ask Rog, is that okay to use at the live commentary, and he said probably not. And I was like, okay, that's fair enough. Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, maybe I'll keep that to the sim.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Matt Parr. Now, I was thinking of Matt with this. I'm really looking forward to seeing the minis, and we'll be having a chat with a few of the mini guys to maybe have a go later in the year. And I know Matt said this about it, and that I would love to see. So he's clearly got a bee in his bonnet. He wants to crack in one of the mighty minis at some point this year. Bearing in mind, he's twice nearly won the Saloon Car Championship. In his little pug. So it'll be great to see that. Yeah. Daniel Lofthouse, we will all be cheering the boss on. Good luck, bud, and hopefully we can have a beer together for the first time.
Indeed.
You got plenty of support, mate. Mark Price, so he's watching as well. Evening, mate. It's quicker without brakes, he says. There you go. Hey?
Yeah. If you're worrying going and getting into the toe, I mean, the toe on those cars is unbelievable. Literally, you just get sucked in like a vacuum cleaner. It's unbelievable stuff. It really is.
I bet it is. Hang on. The current Mrs. Dawes is just bringing me a top up.
Oh, come on!
Hey, mate. This is when you know you made it, mate. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, yeah. I've not made
Thanks,
it
darling.
yet. Yeah, that's new. I like that.
In fairness, I'm gonna die for that later.
Is there like a?
Yeah, just had a roll of the eyes
Yeah.
that's just scared the bejesus out of me.
Yeah, that's right.
If you're on your own in the commentary box on Monday, you know why.
Oh, right. Okay, no, fair enough. Yeah, Chris. Hello, Chris.
Yeah, exactly. Craig Tompkinson says, gearbox out of the little Nova today. I'll see what I can do. I hope you get it out, mate, because that was wicked, absolutely amazing, especially after your little amuse bouche with the barriers earlier on, mate. So be great to see you out. Thanks for the mention, Craig. Doing Silverstone for budget reasons, says Adam Bath.
We'll get him out. We'll get him out again. We'll find a way. We'll find a way.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with this. Lulu Tupu says the best thing to watch for kids. They love it. Absolutely. I remember it as a youngster sat up at Quarry Corner watching the minis, and it was probably one of the biggest draws to make me fall in love with motor racing was mini racing, because you can just relate to it. It's fun. It's constantly changing. They're cute cars. I'm sure there's a lot of people would prefer we didn't call them cute, but I'm afraid that for me sums them up. So even as kids, I can get it.
Totally agree.
Yeah. Here we go. They're loving me getting in trouble. Emma says, evening, current Mrs. Dawes.
That's got you out of the jail.
Yeah. Tim Perry says, well done, Mrs. Dawes. Exactly. Well done, my lover. Tim Perry says, yeah, just buy me up on post 10. Steve Rideout says, good luck, Craig, on Monday. Shame I won't be there with you. Are you not?
What? Oh yes, I think he's out at I can't remember the track, but I think he's running one of the other cars. I think he's looking after one of his cars for a client. Yes.
Okay, he's on the list though. Car number 7, Stephen Rideout, Octane Racing. He's on the list, but he isn't there. Fair enough. Okay,
it's a shame.
Just madness. But I mean, it's the championship was sorted last year, as we say. Ian Slark won the Super Mighty. Steve Rideout second. Stuart Coombe came third. The Kirkpatricks 4th and 5th. Yeah,
watch out for Nev. Yeah, he's going to be up for it this year. He's going to be up for it, very, very much so.
That is mad, isn't it? I mean, that's almost like the king is dead, long live the king. I mean, the Kirkpatricks have just been there for forever.
Yeah, you can't separate them, literally.
No. I mean, to be honest, there's some interesting ones that were a bit further down. Alex Comis, Greg Jenkins. That'll be interesting.
Greg Jenkins, for sure. I mean, looking at some of the ones he's missed, if he actually was in those races, I think that would have changed the whole table. Totally. He would have been up there, definitely.
Fine. Kat's actually just let me know that it is a mistake on the entry list. Ian Slark will be running car number 1.
Cool.
So there we go. That clears that one up. In the Mighty Minis, Dan Hayward won the championship from Matt Baker. Mark Price in third as well. So there'll be people that will be out for revenge and everything. Incidentally, the other cool thing is that, as far as I'm aware, because you fall now under the Castle Combe banner, so to speak, is that it was made public that November 12th at Bristol Aerospace, in the shadows under the wings of Concorde, is where we're going to be hosting the awards do this year. Because, well, what was it? 2 years ago, 3 years ago, it would be 3 years by the time we do it ago. We should have had the 70th anniversary of the circuit combined with the awards, and so we were going big. We couldn't do it, obviously, because of the pandemic. It's all been delayed, but we're still going to do it. It's just 70 plus 2 or whatever. All the tape. We're going to have some cars in the hangar space that's going to be in there as well. It's just massive. A big stage stage with a big screen and lights and everything. It's just going to be a whole other level, and I can't wait. And it'll be great that the mighties and super mighties will be there as well, hopefully. Plenty of you guys that are watching tonight, you've got to come. It's going to be a fabulous celebration. Actually, this time it's normally we're in like a hotel room that has a finite number of people that can be there. This thing can take a lot of people, and so it's like it's not just the champs and their families and their teams and everything else. It's like, let's get spectators, let's get marshals, let's get anybody that works there, all sorts of people. Let's go, let's have a big fabulous black tie event, celebrate it together when at last we can do it. And it's going to be so good to all be there. You could be on a table with some of the drivers that you flag for and you spectate on and all of that sort of stuff. Loads of photograph opportunities with Concord above us, and obviously all the cars in the hangar as well. It's going to be so special. I've been there to check it out and start planning, and I cannot wait for it. It's going to be amazing. Can you tell?
No.
Some few more messages coming in. Dom Hazel, I'll bring some special gin for you to try, Dawsy. This is one you won't have had before. Dom, one breath, I'm going to say thank you. Two, I'm scared. That sounds like something that's been made out in the sticks, doesn't it? I'm worried. Yeah, I'm worried where that one's. But I'm sure I can trust you, Dom. I'm sure I can trust you. Steve Rideout says, will be racing in the car. So he obviously means he won't be up in the box with you. He'll be out on circuit. Good.
Cheers, Steve.
That's all right then. That'll be nice. He said he won't hear you. That's what he means. Okay. And Graham's saying that he won't hear you as well. So that sorts that out. That's what we want. That's what we do to hear.
Well, maybe you could have a microphone in his, have some headset in his ear, but I mean, it'd be very difficult under a helmet. But
don't
can you
say
imagine that?
No, and I've commentated on things like the C1s and the Ford KAs, and one of the rules is that they have to have a working radio in the car still.
Oh, that's so cool!
And guess what? We then find out that they've had the radio on, tuned into the circuit radio station on the ones that have an FM frequency, and they're listening to our commentary as they're going round.
Brilliant.
And it's like,
oh, that's great.
Let's watch what we're saying. We need to be a bit careful here.
Yeah.
Emma says it's not gin that she's made. That's all right then. Yeah, so they're all confirming that he will be there but won't hear it. Everyone else got it apart from you and me, mate.
Yeah, I said yes. Yeah, we're in the zone though.
We are, mate.
You just can't help it. You can't help it.
Exactly. Yeah, we were together on that one anyway.
Yeah.
I like this. Jed Doyle says, so the awards do November the 12th. It'll be an orange tie affair. I like it. So
That's
make sure
cool.
you get orange dicky bows if you're one of the mighty Orange Army. I think that would be really, really good. The current Mrs. Dawes says, can I come? It sounds great. Yes, my lover, you can. You can look after my drinks when I'm up on stage doing the hosting. It's where I get my brownie points back when I'm hosting the awards at the end of the year, and we all get sort of doled up and go and have fun. Elliot Harris says, you had me at Concord. I know, it is amazing. And you'll be able to go on it at the beginning of the night. If you get there in time, you'll be able to go into Concord and go and look at it as well. Amazing photo opportunities. It's just special when we went and checked it out. I cannot wait. Let's have a look. Oh, Pete Spiller says, evening, Dawsy. You're going to get your hair cut for the presentation evening. Yeah, I'm going to get a short back and sides, mate. Actually, no, that's the only bit that isn't short. I don't want that. Lulu Tupu says, well, I will be around the track and can't wait to hear you both. Bless you, Lulu. That's lovely. Thank you. Play the stream next to you in the car. That's what they're going to do. They're going to play the stream. And we might not be streaming the racing as in the footage of it, but you can press play on TSL. So anybody, anywhere can listen to the commentary by going to the day's timing screen and press play, and they'll be able to catch up with it, listen to it as well as watching the timing. So instead of just watching the football scores on CFAX, for those of you old enough to remember that, you'll actually be able to hear the commentary as well.
Yeah, I used to play Bamboozle. Do you remember that? Well, now we're talking. there were
What, in
questions on
between trying to book a
Bamboozled.
holiday?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, do you remember that? Oh my god, I remember that. Wow. Now that's going back. Wow.
It is.
It probably easier that way as well than it is
Well,
now.
yeah, you might be
Okay,
right.
well maybe not.
Yeah. There was no pictures, was there?
No,
But
it wasn't.
no,
Yeah.
no,
Oh, that
no.
looks good.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't get there.
So you're going to be coming in. You're under pressure, mate. You're going to need to know all about the drivers, all about the championship. But I'm only joking because it's a growth year, isn't it, for you? Is that we're going to have some fun. Your knowledge is going to grow as the year goes on. I genuinely can't wait to see you out there. I mean, I'm so excited to see the minis as well. I'm so excited that the guys are, part of the Castle Combe Racing Club now as well. And I know that it's a crowd favourite. The minis at any circuit is always a crowd favourite. It goes without saying. At the moment, I was going to ask the question: is there anything we need to sort of keep an eye out? But I don't suppose.
There is one thing that Roger got a lovely gesture given to him in a meeting. Hopefully, Roger's okay for me to say this. I'm pretty sure he will be. Obviously, with the loss of David George, obviously we all know, and obviously we got a lovely opportunity to have a trophy named under him, and that's going to be one of the trophies. But I think he's just deciding which to have the trophy for. So it'll be the David George Trophy, but I think it might be going on the ladies sort of championship. So I'm not too sure. I will have to get confirmation with that, but I think he's still in deciding what he's going to do with that one. So
yeah, and he did
exciting.
message that for me. Yeah, the David George Trophy, which is just lovely, and
he was proper emotional about it. He was so overwhelmed. He was humbled. I suppose the word is.
It's a big deal. It is a massive deal because David George. I was honoured to be asked to say a few words at David George's funeral, which was emotionally very, very, very tough. But for a guy who I grew up listening to and was then an amazing mentor and supporter and became probably my number one advocate as well in the end as well. To be able to say a few words about my hero was something very, very special. For me, it's not been done formally yet, but for me, the tower over at Old Paddock is the David George Tower because that's where he spent most of his commentary.
That'd be amazing. There. Yeah, that'd be amazing.
And of course, he is his whole thing was minis. We used to take the mick out of him is that he'd always go, "Oh, when I used to race minis, and we took the mick out of him in a very, very positive manner. But he loves his minis. Hence, the guys actually provided a mighty mini to sort of like follow in the cars at the funeral as well, which was nice. So it's a big deal, and I think it's not decided yet. Another possibility is the novice champion, and to be an annual thing, which makes it even better. It's not just a one-off; it's an annual thing. Yeah. David George Trophy. Roger drew a parallel like the Jack Sears Trophy in the British Touring Cars.
BCCC, yeah.
Which, ironically, a great link there is the fact that I saw that Bobby Thompson came first in the Jack Sears Trophy in the opening round of the British Touring Cars on the weekend.
He very well much indeed. He did a brilliant job, really good job, and. It's great to see one of those minis that are actually still running. It is like one of his is obviously through Steve Rideout as well. So, which Adam Bath races now. So, which is again amazing stuff. Really is.
No, absolutely. Lulu Tupu says, "Good luck, Craig. Smash it, good friend."
Thank you.
Michael Humphrey says, "All jokes aside, you'll do brilliant, Craig." And Emma Strawford rightly says, "David was Mr. Mini and we all miss him. Raising a glass of red here now. Here, 100%. Definitely. The voice of Castle Combe. Definitely. I always said that if I was taken blindfold and kicked out of a car and he was talking, I'd know exactly where I was." So, colourful cars, excellent racing. Qualifying they're the second qualifying session, the second race, and then the third from last race, double header. I just realised I haven't actually printed out. Can you remember where the other rounds are that you guys are going to?
Yes, we have Pembrey, which is our second round. And then we are at, if I remember rightly, I think it's Cadwell. I will have to have a look. Sorry about this. I apologise.
That's okay, mate. I should have had it, so I've thrown it at you unfairly there.
I'll have to zoom and have a look. I did actually have.
And then it is finals day. I'm sure it's finals day that you guys are back. I tell you, it's probably, in fairness, it's probably easy for me to do it because I'll have it right here from when I started looking at bits and pieces. Let's have a look. Dates. Okay, so Castle Combe, Pembrey, June 18th, 19th, July 17th at Silverstone, August 21st and 22nd at Brands Hatch. I'm going to guess that might be the mini festival. September, Cadwell Park, although it doesn't say which day, and then October 1st, finals day, back with us at Castle Combe to round out your season as well. How appropriate is that we get to
amazing.
Have the climax of the season, the climax to all our other championships as well?
Yeah, it's amazing. It was, well, last series, it blew everything out of the park. Me personally, I thought it was the action was close. The midfield battles were just sensational. The respect on track there was a lot of it. It was, even though they're all battling away and they're trying to find that little extra bit of paintwork to scrub by and get past. it was still so good to watch. It was exciting, and like you said, the Mighty Minis put that smile factor on your face when you see them go around and you think, is that really? And when you go through the S's and Bobbies, when you go through those two chicanes, you don't realise how quick they are, and then you put them up against another car that's it could be anything, like BMW, whatever. They're just as quick as you go through them. They're just unbelievable.
Well, because they don't need to slow down, do they?
Exactly. Yeah, it's just pretty much stamp on the gas and off you go. It's unbelievable, really fantastic, and it's also very cheap to get yourself out if you wanted to do it yourself. So it's really good.
Yeah, I mean, but that's an interesting one. I got to give credit to the drivers. Is that it's not as cheap as it used to be because the parts are getting a bit harder to get.
Correct.
For these older cars, but I can't remember exactly what it was, but there was something that was brought in a couple of years ago, a new rule or a new addition that was brought in. I'm just I've probably caught myself out here.
That's all right. I think it might be restrictors. Yeah, there might have been restrictors, and they also had the change from injection to carb. They could choose.
Yeah.
I think it was, I think there was a restrictor which was, went to 6.8. It was stopped at 6.8, 6,800 RPM. Right. I don't know if that was over the 2 years though. Again, I need to find out more information, which is the good thing because I'm developing in this sort of area, which is great. So the more I know, the better it is for the series to come.
Yeah, and don't panic. I will not be throwing you under the bus with it, mate.
Talk about that 2 year ago thing that they just did. I'll have it on paper. I'll make sure it's on my hand. Well, Chris, what happens here is that welcome to Castle Combe. My name is Greg.
We're a team, mate. You'll be absolutely fine. Michael Humphrey says, I love being a part of CC Sim Racing and I will try to get there. If not, I'll be listening. So remember, tsl-timing.com. Navigate down to the Castle Combe race event and the timing will be go. We don't go live with the commentary until the first race. We don't commentate on the qualifying. So the first race, which is due to start at 11:45, isn't the minis. That's the Formula Fords to start with, which is the only one of our championships that is a double header this time. So the Formula Fords will be having their first race, which if you were there on Easter Monday, you know how good that's going to be. Guess what? The Fisher brothers are back out again. And of course, Luke Cooper wants to get that number one back as well. The Mighty Minis will be up next, so you'll be able to hear him commentating from that point on the TSL whilst watching the timing. He'll be bringing the timing screen to life. Lulu says, respect. Graham Shepherd says, whoop, whoop. Are you young enough to say that, Graham? I'm just checking. You know,
it's got to be this sim stuff, mate. They've seen a new light. It's unbelievable. They're
really getting down with the kids now, aren't they?
Yeah.
Whoop whoop.
Well, especially when you see though, Chris, when you see like you have some of the guys that are racing now, and then they heard about the sim stuff. They've literally gone out and bought the best. They bought Fanatec. They bought rigs. They bought PlayStation 5s. You know. I couldn't get a PlayStation 5. They seem to be getting them quite easily. So there's something that I don't know in the Mighty Mini community that they've managed to sort out there. So
yeah, but you haven't commented on enough races for them to share that with you yet, mate.
No, not yet. Yeah,
Not
so
yet.
hopefully they'll go, there you go, Craig, there's a PS5. Oh,
Yeah.
thanks, mate.
No, absolutely. Well, he says, you will smash it, Craig. See you guys Monday. Top job tonight. So that's nice of him to say that. Tog Pearson says, oops, just woke up on the sofa. Morning. What did I miss? You legend, Pearson. Daniel Lofthouse says, I'm coming from Leeds. Is there a certain gate or best parking? Your best bet, in all honesty, is probably go and park at Quarry. There should be plenty, although I was told that car park was actually full on Easter Monday, by all accounts. I don't know whether that's true, but go up there. The great thing with Castle Combe, if you've not been before, which it sounds like you haven't, is that it doesn't matter where you park and where you go up onto the bank. You can walk the whole way around the circuit, and it's very doable. And there's plenty of people that is how they spend their day, or they may set up some seats, go for a wander, then get themselves set. You can come into the paddock as well, and you can see everybody. I get the impression that if you have an advance ticket purchase, then you can get in there free of charge as part of your ticket. If you haven't, I've got a feeling that during qualifying they kind of let you in free, but once it's the race, and I think there's a fee to get into the paddock, but I can't remember exactly what the story is. But even if you're not doing that, you can walk all the way in front of our commentary box and over the Avon Bridge and camp, or if you actually want to go the correct way of the circuit, which some people choose to do, whatever. So it doesn't matter where you park, you can go wandering. Lulu says, yeah, Formula Ford, brother, epic race last time. Races, don't forget, it was a double header for them last time, and they were both incredible, and I agree with your comments. Craig, you're going to be sort of catching up, obviously, with all the drivers and really sort of immersing yourself so that each time you're with them at a race meet, you'll just become that little bit more confident, a little bit more knowledgeable again and again and again. But I take it you're going to be trying to find some time to watch some of the other racing as well.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, obviously, the great thing is the first one, I'll be up there watching what you're doing and I can see everything that's going on, which is a really big moment for myself. And obviously get to see that exciting race. Obviously, we've heard that it was exciting on Easter there. And then, if depending on what happens, obviously, then I'll be running around like a headless chicken. I've got the family coming down from Luton. They're all coming down. They've booked hotels. So spending the Sunday with them. And then I was going to be staying Sunday night with everybody so I could have the campfire, the guitar and, marshmallows, but it didn't happen. But I will be making sure that I do for the next few because I really want to immerse myself into this thing. So it's going to be exciting.
No, I can't recommend that highly enough. I'm going to talk about the rest of the day. Did you need to get away, or are you happy to carry on talking?
If everyone's happy for me to stay, I'll gladly stay with you, mate. I will hold the hand while you do it. No worries.
Thank you, mate. You're a star. Thank you. Right, so let's just quickly go through this. So we, as I say, we got all the qualifying in the morning, just one session for each. Then we get the Formula 4 Championship underway, and it's looking good again. We've got at least 20 have entered this again this time. Luke Cooper, Vincent J, Felix Fisher, Tom Hawkins, Kieran Atwood. Kieran Atwood did absolutely brilliant in the last meet. He was one of my recommendations for driver of the day, along with several others, I have to say. Alicia Hamlin, James Colburn, Josh Fisher, so both Fisher brothers are out again. This is going to be wicked. And James Hadfield. In Class B, Nathan Ward, Sean Macklin, Paul Mason, Samuel Street, and James Rose. Class C, Michael Phillips, Richard Earl, David Cobbold, Steve Bracegirdle. And then Class D, Alan Slater in his beautiful Nike Mark IV. And great to see Ben Mitchell is going to be back out again in his Merlin Mark 20, which he broke lap records last time. And so it'll be great to see how he's going to go again. In terms of the championship standings, I'm trying to look, it's very, very small. So Felix Fisher is leading the championship at the moment from his brother by 6 points. That's what we got to look forward to, mate. The two brothers.
Is there brotherly love there, or is it?
There is it off.
Oh, there is.
But not
there
on.
Is. What about the final race of the series?
No, honestly, you wait till you see it, mate. It is amazing to watch. Off the track, they are close. They have good banter together. But on it, no, the gloves are well and truly off. Josh has won the championship twice, I think it is, that Josh has done it. 2019 and 2017, with Luke Cooper winning the championship either side of him. And of course, we've got him there. And Felix, for me, is one of the best drivers that has never won the championship. So it's some unfinished work there. I mean, you wait till you see it, mate. He is an incredible racing driver, but he just gets such bad luck.
Yeah, there's a few of them out there, isn't there? They get that moment of glory, and then it just all either goes down, and we've seen it so many times in any motorsport, really. But hopefully that'll be he'll get one back and get a few.
He deserves it. He genuinely deserves it. I mean, but then so do they all. You know, Josh and Luke to add a third championship. You wouldn't fault them. Kieran Atwood, young driver, really is impressing me a lot at the moment. He genuinely is. Nathan Ward is 5th overall because he's leading Class B as well. Sadly, still no Richard Higgins. I know we were hoping to see Richard Higgins out in Class B, and we were looking forward to the battle with Nathan, but he had COVID the first round, and don't know about this one. He's not on the list at the moment, so I don't know whether he's going to be a late entry. Class C being led by David Cobbold and D by Ben Mitchell. And just picking up on Mike Cotton says, no Bob Higgins again. No, he's not on the list at the moment. I don't know if you saw his social media video. It sounds like he had all sorts of technical problems at Donington. No, not Donington Park. Where were they? Silverstone, was it the other week or on the weekend just gone? Bless him. It was quite an emotional video as he tried his hardest to get it sorted and it didn't. And I think he's gone off on holiday and he's chucked it in the screw it bucket. I cleaned that one up for now. And at the moment, he's not on the list, but never say never. He actually wasn't on the list, don't forget, the first race meet, but he was there. And he said the car's in the back of the truck and he was seeing the likes of Ben Mitchell there. And he's like, I'm so tempted to throw a late entry in and see. Andy Abraham says, Minis have always been good to watch at Combe. My first race there in 1980 in Mini Miglia's Hartwell's of Bath Trophy race. It's one of our local legends, is Andy Abrahams.
Andy, pleasure. Absolute pleasure. Amazing.
Absolutely. Hopefully you'll be there to watch. Looking forward to 2 great races on Monday. That's Emma Brown, the Formula Ford coordinator. Mark Price says, see you on Monday. Good luck, Craig. Let's take this off. So that's a nice comment.
What now?
Yeah.
Cheers, Mark. Appreciate it.
Lulu says, yes, guys, can't wait. And Emma confirms Silverstone, she thinks. Mike Cotton says, social media. Yes, mate, you're on social media now. You're on Facebook right now. And that is where Bob did a live video from that as well. So, Formula Fords are just going to be absolutely fantastic. Can't wait for that.
Yeah, second race. Were they racing with the? Sorry, mate. No, were they racing with the Mazdas on at Silverstone? That was last week?
That would probably make sense. It was that's the James Beckett's Formula Ford Championship that he's running this year. That Bob was out there attempting to race in because he's looking good for that championship because they score points in their own classes. Yeah. Which I think is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, even if there's only 2 of them in it type thing. So he's looking good there. So that would be very, very, yes, United Formula Fords, that's what it's called. Sorry, yes, they were there because it's all the classes. It's kind of brought together several of the things that James Beckett has done into one championship, which is really cool. Lulu says, what a list. I agree, absolutely. The Formula Fords are going to be amazing. Then we got the Mighty Minis, and we've covered that one. Then we have a lunch break to recover from Formula Fords and Minis. I think we're going to need a break from that.
Yeah. I think so, yeah. I'm going to go down there and having a look at see which ones are actually still stable and which ones are actually... Because the thing is about those Mighties is when they actually finish their races and there's someone with a problem, they all help. Everybody helps each other. It's amazing. It's such a lovely thing to do.
And I agree, and I've spotted that myself, and I've always said I love seeing that with championships. There's a few of them that are like that, but it just never loses its delight of seeing it. I'm drowning in paperwork here, mate. Bear with me.
That's all right. To do a dance.
Yeah, no, you'll never be allowed back in the circuit again. Right, where I seem to have lost. Oh, there it is. Got it. Stop the clock. Right. So the first race after the lunch period is the saloons, and in terms of that entry list, it isn't the biggest of entry lists at the moment, and we're waiting to see whether that is going to change. There was a number of cars that weren't necessarily ready just yet, and who knows, we might need to have a look at this. At the moment, it's 15 on the list. Gary Preble, fingers crossed, he's got the Seat sorted out. No Adam Preble on there at the moment, so I'd like to think that he's going to be there. I know he had some issues. I don't know if Adam's watching. No message from him yet, but sometimes he does. But I'd like to think that Adam's going to be out. He went brilliant, won the first race on the weekend, on the Easter Monday, but then had to withdraw from the second one with, I'm trying to remember now, what did he say it was, alternator issues or something like that. He messaged me and said what it was. But hopefully he'll be out. But Dave Spiller and Tony Hutchins in the pair of white Audi TTs, they will be back. For anybody who watched that on Monday will know why I've got a big glint in my eye about that. Those two went at it like a pair of prize fighters at the front of the field for the second race. Absolutely epic. This is a brand new car to Dave Spiller. This is what Alex Kite has raced in up until now. Dave Spiller has that car now, and he took to it like a duck to water. He really did, absolutely amazingly. Tony Hutchins is one of our stalwarts, been racing at Castle Combe forever. He's an absolute institution at Castle Combe, one of my heroes at Castle Combe, and such a lovely guy. And he defended against Dave Spiller. His comment to me was that he doesn't think he's going to be able to hold him off all year, because he was really impressed with how Dave drove it. A very, very talented young driver, Dave Spiller. But Tony just didn't put a foot wrong. And Dave was trying to hound him into making a mistake, ready to pounce on any little mistake. There was none.
Top man. Fair play. Fair play. Under pressure. That's amazing.
Exactly. And it was huge, huge pressure. And I think that we can expect to see that a good few times as well. I mean, look at this. Jed Doyle says, amazing TT battle. Tim Perry says, was an absolutely amazing race. Bring it on, boys. It's why don't panic if you suddenly look and go, wow, that's not necessarily the grid size that we're used to seeing with in this example, the Saloon Car Championship. I always say as a commentator, it takes two cars to make a race. And we've seen that time and time again, that it delivers that way. It is absolutely amazing, that one. And Tim says, yeah, nose to tail for every race. I think they will be, mate. I genuinely do. I think Tony's quite liking the challenge that he feels that he's probably going to have, because the more Dave gets used to that car, he knows that he's going to get even quicker, but he's a good, clean racer.
I'm pretty sure, though, the last race at Combe, last series, the two Audi TTs were battling again, and I think me and the guys that were the members there, we were all standing at the S's and watching the same two cars hammer and tong. It's unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable.
Yep. Yeah, that would have been Kitey that would have been in it. Yeah, no, exactly. It's a different driver, but the cars are still going.
Yes.
Lulu says, where are the 205 GTI monsters? They'll be in the hot hatches. So not the Saloon Car Championship. They'll be in the hot hatches. But on this one, in terms of the championship standings, overall leader is James Keeping again. So he's got the number one on his car. He's leading Class C with 2 victories and a fastest lap in one of the races. James Blake got fastest lap in the first race, so that was really impressive. And he's on 21 points, is Keepo. But on 19 points is Tony Hutchins, that we just said that he got that fabulous victory and a second place in the first race and a fastest lap in the second one. Dave Spiller's on 15 with the third and the second. Anthony Weeks leading Class D at the moment with a first and a second. Sadly, we've not got Mike Good. Mike Good's not out there this time. He knew he had a problem with his engine, and he had to really nurse the car. He retired in the first race and had to nurse it to a finish in the second one. And sadly, he's been to the rolling road, and it's more serious than he realised, and it's no good at the moment. Lulu says, okay, sorry. Don't say sorry. Definitely don't say. I'm just telling you, get excited because the 205s that you love, and I agree, will be in the hot hatches. That's what we love about the hot hatches, getting cars like those out there. I think, normally we've got like 106 GTI. Matt Parr is on the list in his 106 GTI, but not 205s of the old ASBO cars, as I call them.
Yeah, they sound stunning as well. They
Oh, yeah.
absolutely sound stunning.
You wait till you hear...
stunning. They
Yes.
sound stunning, apparently.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
You've been drinking my gin. Get off my gin.
No, I've not had a lot.
You wait till you hear Matt Parr's. Hopefully his car will be out. Grant Motorsport will have worked their magic on it. And that Peugeot 106, that is a screamer. That car is unbelievable. But in terms of the cars that are in, so Gary Preble, Dave Spiller, Tony Hutchins, Peter Elliston in the Volkswagen Golf, Jack Bolton. Jack did really well in his Golf as well. Harrison Chamberlain, now it had him down as Class B again in the entry list. And Kat, if you're watching, we need to check this because he was down as Class B and we were making a point that he'd won Class B. But the officials did an amended race result for both races because he was actually Class A. So you need to check that. I've updated my notes, but that Renault Megane is down as a Class A from the last race, so not sure. Alexander Baldwin, he withdrew from the last race, so I'm hoping he'll be there. And I have to say, I did look to see if I could play it in this this show, but I can't. He did a brilliant. I'm pretty sure that he did the montage that I do at the beginning of all the cars racing, and he did a brilliant one from the Howard's Day. Keep them coming, Alexander Baldwin, because they're brilliant, and we need to speak about maybe using some of those on the big screen at the awards at the end of the year as well. James Keeping will be there, hopefully Matt Parr. James Blake, which incidentally Elliot Harris says, hope to see James Blake of iTech Racing keep up with Keepo if possible. Well, they exchanged fastest laps last time, so you never know. Epic lap time of 1:16.2 in an MG.
That's good. That's impressive.
Yeah, agreed.
That's really impressive.
Tom Cook. So James Blake, Tom Cook in a Mini Cooper, Lee Waterman, we heard from Lee earlier. He's out in an MG ZR as well. Mike Good is down as being out there in his Corsa, but we know he's not. Anthony Weeks in his Citroen Saxo. Hopefully he will be out as well. So that's the saloons. There's going to be some fabulous battles in that, no matter what. We know it for sure. After that, we've got the Track Attack Club. And that's a fabulous mix of things that we're going to see out in the Track Attack. And incidentally, now what have I done with the entry list for that? Oh, here we go. A whole load of our hot hatch boys are going to be out in this as well. So nice. We've got 42 cars.
Oh, God.
42 cars. That is going to be epic. Just quickly saying.
Look.
No, exactly. I know. Carl Alden says Jake Alden is hopefully out as well. Is that in the saloons, mate? Is he hopefully going to be out in the saloons? I've been waiting for Jake to come back because a very talented young racing driver came over from motocross, and it'll be great to see Jake back out there again. But yeah, a whole load. And incidentally, by the way, one of the names that's racing in the Track Attack is a certain Alex Kite. You heard me mention him earlier. He's bringing his VW Vento VR6 out. And he can pedal that monster really well.
And that's going to sound very nice.
Oh, yes. I've been in the passenger seat in it. Although if Alex was laughing, watching, he'd be laughing at me for saying that because I think I lasted about 2 or 3 laps and I went, I'm done. I don't like passenger in, sadly. But there we go. He so quick. Jake is going to be out in the saloons by the sounds of it, so that's good. Hence, be awesome to see Jake back again. I agree. Tim Perry saying about this 42 cars in the Track Attack. It's going to be very interesting. I agree.
Castle Combe, can you make a new tower? Castle Combe, can you make a new tower?
Exactly. The photographer, Chris Pearson, says, my memory cards are quaking in their slots as you speak. Oh, yes. Joe Coffin says, 42 cards. That's a Marshall getting worried now.
Oh, it's going to be amazing.
Yep.
The noise around the track is going to be... Who's going to have the loudest car? Who's going to have the nicest sounding car?
They are epic. So Tony Hunter out in his Clio, Ken Lark in his VW Corrado. One of the
Ooh.
nicest guys you will ever meet. I've known Ken at circuits for years, and he's such a lovely guy, and he really pedals that car well. I mean, it's such an eclectic mix. Dave Curtis in his Clio, Paul Roderson in his Mazda MX-5, James Hayward in a Sirocco, an Opel Astra for Andrew Preswell, Renault Clio, so Nick Gwinnett's going to be out there. Sean Goverd, now incidentally, by the way, is that we were asked a second ago by Lulu Tupu, said, what about this AX Monster? Well, we'll see it twice, well, 3 times actually, because the Track Attack have got a double header, and presumably Sean Goverd's going to be out in the hot hatches as well. So we'll see plenty of this incredible looking Citroen AX.
That's nice.
Absolutely.
That's mad, isn't it?
And it is so quick. It's unbelievable.
Wow.
And Sean Goverd is a phenomenally quick peddler as well, as we know. VW Bora, Jason Jess, Racer McCormack in a Sirocco, Honda Civic EG of Joe Dorrington, who we know well from our hot hatch races. Matt Anderson, a 206 GTI Cup car. Clio 182 of Stuart Cheeseman. MR2 Mark III Roadster, Christian White. Kevin Harrison in his 206 GTI Cup. This is great. We got a pair of Hyundai Coupes that are going to be out of a couple of guys that I know really well, Mark Jones and Darren Ford, or Banana Man as I call him. I know these guys from when they used to race Caterhams in the Caterham Graduates Racing Club.
Okay.
They race in the Hyundai Coupe Cup, but they've decided to come out and play here at Combe as well, and I can't wait to catch up with them.
Ah, interesting.
I remember when those two first started as well. Stephen Fuller in a 206 GTI Cup car, another 206 GTI Cup car with Paul Rice, Jeremy Shipley in an MX-5, another 206 GTI Cup car of Kevin Matkin, Bob Cook in a 206 GTI Cup car, a Mark 1 Golf GTI.
Wow.
Donald Dewar. Steve Kite in a Mini Cooper S, Adam Croft in a 205 GTI, Peugeot 306 of Michael Bland, someone that we used to race at Castle Combe with us a bit, Audi TT of Philip O'Halloran, David Clark in his Renault 5 Turbo.
Just stop there.
I know.
You just got to like pause for 5 seconds and just like suck that in, haven't you?
A Renault 5 seconds.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
Use that one.
You can have that.
Yeah, I'll take that one.
Lewis Porto in his Mazda MX-5, another Peugeot 206 GTI Cup car with Andrew Mitchell, Alex Kite in his Vento VR6, Jeff Prince in the Golf GTI, TT of Harry Scott, Lee Curry in a Renault Clio 182, another 206 GTI Cup car of Lee Bull, Kevin Horton in another 206 GTI Cup car, Andrew Butcher in a Golf GTI. Sia Leon Super Copa of Nick Sanderson. He pedals that one well. I remember seeing Nick. John Allen in another 206 GTI Cup car. That could be interesting if they all get together.
Yeah. Chris
Southcott we know well in his Honda Civic EK9, and David Knight in his Honda Civic Type R.
That's a list. That's a list.
Is incredible. So that's races numbers 4 and 10 on the 11 race program. Wowzers. I mean, that is just going to be incredible, isn't it? Yeah, Michael Humphrey says he's only used to 14 cars to commentate. He was still to do. He's okay. He's not commentating on that bit. He doesn't.
No. I'm gonna point and laugh. No, I'm not gonna do that. No, I'm just gonna say, "How's it going, Chris?"
Like, yeah. When you see a shell of my former self in the corner.
Yeah, that's it. Amazing.
Just checking on a couple of the comments. Yeah, Tim Perry says, "What a grid! Bring it on." Nick Gwinnett says, who is in that race, says 42 cars. That's going to be busy. Everybody is just going to love it when they go charging up over Avon Rise for that first lap. Oh,
the cameras are definitely going to be out for that one.
Oh, 100%. Just amazing. Absolutely amazing. After that, we've got the GT Championship, just a single header for the GTs. Excuse me. Now, this one, I don't know what the story is. If any of you have got GT or cars that qualify for the Castle Combe GT Championship, please enter, because this is bizarrely low at the moment. I don't know what's going on. I haven't seen it this low before. Alan Hamilton's going to be back, hopefully, in his Westfield. Great to see Perry Wadhams is going to be back in his TVR Cigaris. Keith Butcher and Doug Watson will pick up their battle again. Audi R8 and the Ferrari 458 Challenge cars. They were battling brilliantly.
Last year. Oh, the sound of that Ferrari. Oh, yeah. But then again, I do love an Audi R8, and that sounded amazing. going down the Dean Straight. Oh,
agreed. I'm hoping that Doug Watson is going to be out in his 458 because I was commentating at Thruxton the weekend just gone on the Classic Sports Car Club, and he was on the entry list to be out there then, and he didn't show. But that might just be that he chose not to. So I hope it's not an issue. Kevin Bird out in his BMW M3 GT4 and Alex Baldwin in his Honda Civic. That's it at the minute, but
no Lambo.
No.
Oh.
No. But hopefully we'll get some late entries in that, and there's still time, so please get them in. I know you're supposed to get your entries in. Oh, no, and Emma's just said Alan Hamilton's not racing. I did wonder because I know he was trying to sort a few things out, so that is really disappointing. It could be tricky. These championships ebb and flow. You know, it happens. It is what it is. But don't forget, that's to allow us to recover from the track attack. Dom says that grid sounded like my childhood of the track attack. Agree. Track attack last but one race, and the fourth race. Don't forget the race 4, the second after lunch, and the second from the end as well. Yeah, Tim Perry says got to be the sound of the R8 for me.
Yeah, yeah, that is it. Oh, it's just going over the bumps as you as you come out of the exit of Bobby's. You're just seeing it clip and bounce and bounce. Oh,
but you think that last year is that Doug Watson and Keith Butcher, so the Ferrari and the R8, it came down to the last race of the season for them to decide the class championship.
Wow.
Class C, and it was on countback that they were separated.
Oh.
Just epic. And they picked it up again on the last race meet. So again, don't you worry, we're still going to have some entertainment there. I can assure you that. There's no question.
Yeah.
Kat says phone is always on for entries. 100%. Get in touch if you fancy entering. I know, I think Jazz Sapra was thinking about it. It'd be great if Jazz can do that as well. Yes, Emma said it's not bumps; they're called undulations.
Undulations.
Get that right.
Sorry, Emma. Undulations. New word. Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm writing it down right now. Look, pen down.
They're not bumps; they are undulations.
I've just worried 42 drivers now, haven't I? Literally. Did he say bumps?
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Undulations. There you go. Look, I'm writing it down.
Michael Humphrey says that's when you need Legion for his Lambo.
Oh yeah, the guy again, sim driver. The guy, it's a very hard car to master on a certain console game that we use, and my God, this guy Legion, he races for my team, which is perfect, but he knows how to drive one of them. Really? If you want to see a broad-sided Lambo, go and talk to this guy. Amazing.
Emma says, "Good lad for noting down undulations." Obviously,
I'll be learning some new terms.
The Strawford family that own the circuit there, of course. So you're getting the good instructions there, mate.
And I just got told off, basically, didn't I?
No, just reminded, gently reminded. You're fine. You're fine. Emma's.
I'm going to say undulations every time I get to that corner now, every lap.
Emma Brown, the Formula 4 coordinator, says, I feel I've just lost my helper for the day listening to the track attack entry. So, yes, I think Dom's going to be glued to the circuit at those points. You're in trouble. And Tim Perry, one of our Mighty Orange Army, says, a new lesson for you, Craig. There you go. You're learning already, mate. That's the important
thing. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
After the GT Championship is another visiting one, and that's the Lancaster Insurance MG Owners Club Championship. Where have I got that? So, and that's a good sort of 23 cars on the entry list already for those. MGB GTs and Roadsters, an MG Maestro. Fantastic.
Wow. Amazing.
MGF, MGZRs, Ray Ferguson. There's no surprise. He's going to be out in that as well. Our very own Ray Ferguson. A whole host of ZRs, 160s, 170s. And I think at least 180 as well, a couple of 180s. So it'd just be great to see those out. Is Jim Banyan racing? No, he's not. He might come up and join me in the commentary box, then Jim might be there for that one. But they're out racing twice. So they're race number 6 and the last race today, race number 11. So they should be out. They'll be cracking. After that is our very own Hot Hatch series. I am drowning in paper here, mate. I do apologise. I don't need that bit for now. Here we go. Right. So it looks like the hot hatches already. We've got 25 cars on the list. We might get a few more. Yeah,
good.
exactly.
It's good.
Civic of Mike Wyatt, Ford Fiesta of John McMillan. That's possibly a new name on me. Jordan Herman down for the Honda Civic. So it's just a single race. So Matt was on earlier, the Hermanator, as I call him. But it looks like he's given up to his son. So you're not racing this time, Matt, by the looks of it. Jordan is. Then you've got Robert and Ben Watson in their Clios. That's the sons of Doug Watson, who's racing the Ferrari and the GTs. And those two end up having their own tussle that is brilliant to watch as well. Jamie Bigwood out in his Clio. He had a torrid time on Easter Monday. Hopefully you've got that sorted, Jamie Bigwood. Lewis Clark in his Fiesta. Jonathan Fish in his Clio. Kai Barker, his Fiesta. The Citroen AX that Lulu was on about. You're going, she's getting excited. AX, AX, AX.
There's going to be a flag somewhere on the track, and
there's got to be AX, AX, AX.
in that motion as well.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Brilliant.
Sean Govard in the Citroen AX 1650 WAS Racing. That will definitely be there. John Ford on the recovery crew says, Track Attack, 42 cars. Seems like our afternoon could be busy. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, there we go. Matthew Herman says, Hermanator Jr. this race. We are sharing the races this season. Got you, mate. And you need to let me know. Should I call you Matt or Matthew? I know I call you Hermanator most of the time, but is it Matt or Matthew? Let me know, buddy, because then I'll know what to do. Not that I need to call you anything, because it's Junior that's out this time, isn't it? As we know, and he did brilliantly. Ray Ferguson is ZR, as we say. Amelia Vincent in the Wiltshire College run MGZR, great to see. Still getting used to that ZR at the moment, and she her report was that she was getting more and more used to it. Lewis Bird in his Citroen Saxo, although that isn't happening because when Lewis messaged earlier, he's not able to make it. Sean Deacon, we heard from Sean at the start of the show. He's out in the WAS racing and ES racing, Peugeot 106 GTI. He was the most winningest, because it's not a championship. He was the most winningest hot hatch driver last year, and he got a trophy for that. Joe Hathaway in his Saxo, Anthony Weeks in his Saxo. He said that he was going to do a few where he'd double up. Daniel Williams in the Mini Cooper number 30. Keep an eye on Daniel. I'm looking forward to this because him and Darren Duffield are sort of winding each other up in a fun way. Paul Bird in his Mini, Tim Daffin, Darren Duffield, and Gary Franks all in their Minis. Tim Adams is back. This is going to be interesting. So Tim Adams in his stupidly quick Honda Civic and a very talented quick driver. Marcus Pye was saying that he'd had an operation on his knee, I think it was, but he's back out this time if this entry list is anything to go by. So that will be good. Gary Preble out in his Honda Civic EG2000. Very quick. I've already commentated on him in that at Silverstone for the Classic Touring Car Racing Club earlier this season. Few issues he's ironing out, but if he's got that on song, we're in for a treat. And Alex Baldwin in his Honda Civic as well. So let me just quickly check. Matt. So there we go. So it's Matt Herman. That's fine, mate. I like to make sure. So thank you for that. But as I say, I'll call you the Hermanator anyway. Spannering and team maker for me this race. Lulu says 205. You're right, Lulu. There's no Peugeot 205s, is there? No. I agree. That is a shame because that was almost for me. When I think hot hatch, that's one of the probably the first car that comes to mind.
Yeah.
I always wanted a 1.9 205 GTI.
Nice.
But, when they were out on the road, but I just went, I'd kill myself probably. Because that's way too much power for such a little car, isn't it?
Yeah. Awesome car.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Craig Tompkinson got the double victory in the hot hatches last time. We heard from him earlier that he's trying to sort a few issues out. If he can sort it out. No Will Self this time. That's a shame. Will did well last time, and he was brilliant to watch. I'm hoping Will Self will be a late entry. And if he is, Craig, honestly, you're going to love it. He's in this blue and red. That will be the 205, actually, from memory, that Lulu will like to see. And I mean, I think he said he had old tires on the back. You could tell. I mean, he was basically drifting through Camp Corner every time, and it was
that I would have loved to have seen.
Oh, it
Cameras
was ridiculous.
out definitely for that one.
Yeah, and it was the 205. Yeah, Nick Gwinnett. Did I see Nick Gwinnett is out? He's not on this list. Nick, you're watching, Nick, and what's happened? You're down for the track attack, but you're not down for the hot hatch. Come on, man. We want you in there as well, in the Renault Clio. Let's check a couple of things. Tony Cooper says, even and all getting close to being ready in a Preble prepared Honda. Won't be long. Yeah, because Gary Preble's doing that. Tim Perry says, go Gary Preble. Jordan Kerno. Jordan, we want you back out racing as well, mate. Gary going for a record. Best pull my finger out. Yes, you best pull your finger out and get out there, mate. Another incredibly fast driver and car combo there. Lulu says, well, we've got the AX. You do. You've definitely got that one. Matt Parr says, too much power. Is that it? And is there such a thing? Well, yeah, because you hear apparently the chassis struggled to cope with that much, a 1.9 in the little 205 GTI. Apparently, I don't know. I just remember, maybe that was my parents telling me that when I was young and impressionable. I don't know.
It sounds
Lulu,
right.
It does. Lulu says that was super, and I'm sure she's talking about Will Self just drifting that 205. It was just bonkers. It really, really was. So that's the hot hatches. They are race number 7. We're nearly there, everybody. Bear with us. In fact, that kind of is it, because then we're into the Formula Fords for their second race, the Mighty Minis for their second race, Track Attack for their second race with their 42 cars that everyone's worried about how busy they're going to be on the banks. And then we round out the action with the Lancaster Insurance MG Owners Club Championship. I can't wait.
It's mad. It's absolutely Mayday madness.
You should call it that.
It is with 42 cars for sure.
It is. It's going to be an absolutely fantastic. By the way, just so you know, because Craig, you're new to this bit.
Yeah,
I won't be drinking this in the commentary box. Just so
I know. I need to cover that, don't I? Because like you said, it looks like a bottle of wine. It does.
When you're in the green room down at the bottom, yes, and I suddenly saw you with this bottle. I thought you were necking from a full bottle of rosé or something.
Oh,
and there
God,
was all kinds of wrong there, to be honest, mate. You know.
Yeah, this is quite nice actually. Rhubarb and ginger. It's really weird, but it's nice.
Rhubarb and ginger cider. Oh,
yeah.
Okay, I like it. Good man. Oh no, Tim Perry has just let me know. Unfortunately, Julian Fisher has pulled out of Monday as his new engine isn't ready, and his old one developed a misfire in the second race last meeting. Got quite a few that are still waiting for things, not just for ours. When I was at the Classic Sports Car Club on the weekend, where they're going, I'm still waiting for bits back from the engine builders, and it's like, crikey, there's like so many people being kept waiting. It's just bizarre, and there's not somewhere else they can suddenly go. Lulu says, Track Attack madness, here we go. Thanks, guys. Absolutely, isn't it? Chris Pearson says, see you there, my bearded brethren. He's referring to you, mate, because if you look at the photos of Chris Pearson, you'll see that you're
I'm going to go and have a look
from the pod. Honestly,
we'll have to get a photo shot there somewhere at some point over the week.
Well, he'll be wandering around with the camera, so you'll have to make sure.
Oh, yes, I did actually meet Chris. I did meet Chris. Yeah, because he was. I'm pretty sure. Just clarify if I'm wrong, Chris. I think you were there at the media day. And
he probably will have.
And I was parked next to him, and I said, "All right, mate."
Well, just because he looked like you.
Because he looked like me. Yeah.
And he's I was going to say he's in a band, but I think he's actually a solo artist as well, and really starting to take off on that as well.
Amazing.
So yeah, and great guy and lovely to see around. So we'll see you there, Mr. Pearson, for that one. That really, I think, there we go. He says, yeah, that's right. So it was him.
Oh, sorry. He's done that wherever it is.
Yeah. So that gives us the roundup for Monday. Amazing action to look forward to. Cannot wait. And he's just confirmed solo artist and a rock band. He's had to say rock band because he was worried that I was alluding that he was like in the bearded Westlife or something.
I was thinking that what you were thinking. I was thinking, that can't be right, surely, but it would be pretty cool.
Yeah, bearded Westlife. Listen, they haven't done
yeah.
it yet, mate. So, Mr. Pearson, there's your in. You've got
There
to
we
do
go.
it.
Oh, massive mention though to all the drivers there, Chris. Through everything that's happened, everything's going up with obviously the war that's happened at the moment, and all the drivers. How many cars we got on track? Just from me,
Yeah,
unbelievable, incredible
agreed.
stuff.
And that's made Chris chuckle. It's made him think, though.
I can see it happen. I can see it happen now. It's going to happen.
Lulu says, sorry, but I'm a Frenchman. Hi. Okay. That's why you like the French cars then. Sam Strong. Hello, mate. Will I be seeing you at the weekend? Because I'm at Brands Hatch Saturday, Sunday, commentating on GT World Challenge, Europe GT Cup.
Oh, it's going to be amazing that as well.
The Porsche GB. And the 7 Series, the Caterhams as well. It's just going to be mental. But Sam lives like literally a stone's throw from Brands Hatch, and hopefully I'll catch up with you on the weekend, buddy. I'm staying at the Premier Inn at Swanley, so catch up before I disappear off there, but that'll be good to catch up. Tim Perry says, thanks for another great show, Dawesy, and been great to have you on the show, Craig. We'll be out there on Monday marshalling, so looking forward to hearing you. So remember, when you hear the Mighty Minis kick in, obviously I'll do the big intro and Craig will be doing it. Steve Lansley says, let's see if we have enough tyres and brakes for a late entry. Do it, Steve. Do it. Get that thing, because Alex Force took that car around brilliantly. And is that going to be you, Steve, that would be a good late entry? Or because you were going to race it, weren't you, I think, Steve? Possibly you and Richard, Alex's dad, or as I call him, Ricardo Forez, rather than Richard Force. But
sounds
Steve,
good.
We got to see you back out there, mate, as well. There we go. He has confirmed me. Do it, Steve. Do it, Steve. We got to see you out because you didn't get a look in at the last one, did you? So get yourself out there, mate. It'll be great to see. I know that you've been coached by Richard Force, and it'll be brilliant to see you out there. And we know that car is quick as well. Sam Strong confirms, I'll be there at some point building a car on Saturday, but I'll be there on Sunday, I'm sure. You won't be able to come over to my commentary box this time, mate, just so you know, because even I'm struggling. I've got to have all sorts of passes to get from the outside to the inside because it's so strict when the GT World Challenge is in town. It'll be tough. Sam, thanks for that invite. Why couldn't you have said that before? I've already booked and paid for the hotel now, mate. It's just invited me for gin and everything at his place. That would have been cool. Right, mate, I can't wait to see you there on Monday morning and welcome you up in and show you the around the Castle Combe commentary box. And I look forward to you joining us for the commentary of the Mighty Minis and doing however much you're comfortable with. It will be great. What does this say? Unfair advantage if you start Sunday. Start what, Mike? I'm starting Saturday. I'm commentating Saturday and Sunday and Monday. Crikey.
That's crazy.
I'm quite relieved, actually, because next weekend I was supposed to then be Saturday, Sunday covering the trucks, etc. at Pembrey, but I'm not now for various reasons. And I've got to say, I'm not disappointed, only because the following week, Thursday to Monday, I'm over at Hockenheim covering the 24-hour series race over there, the 12-hour Hankook 12-hour of Hockenheim.
Oh, good luck with that, mate.
Which would be amazing to do, but it's like going, actually, I need that weekend's rest because I don't get many weekends off, and the current Mrs. Dawes pretends that she likes me being at home sometimes, so it's, I like to be here when she's pretending,
Gin's not coming any quicker.
No. I've had to make this one last. Did you notice?
Yeah, I was just thinking. Is the one coming? She's coming.
Yeah, she's here. She's here. Would I like another one? You're a bit late now, my lover. So, because I haven't finished this one, apparently. Oh. Anyway, right, let's wrap this up. It's been an absolute treat having you on, Craig. Thank you so much for joining me, mate. And I'm sure we'll catch up again as the year goes on the show as well. It'll be good to do that. Let me just check. Lulu says, hope you get Weather guys, see you on the Madness Monday. Tim Perry says, good night all. See you Monday. Dilly. Elliot Harris, cracking show yet again, Chris. Looking forward to hearing you both Monday. Emma Strawford says, make sure, Dawes, you bring Craig in to see me in the media mansion.
Oh, yes. Yep.
Yeah. I'll introduce you to Emma, definitely. And I think you'll probably have to just sign something as well, I would imagine, anyway.
Yeah, got some paperwork through today.
Perfect.
So, yeah.
Emma Brown says, see you all race day. Night all. Have a safe trip. Gary Tanner says, Emma Strawford changes in elevation. Oh, yeah. So not just undulations, it's changes in elevation as well. That's
okay. I'll start with one.
Don't let Gary, corrupt you further. Tim Perry says, be nice to hear how the Mighty Minis are getting on through the year. I agree, Tim. As they're under ours, I think that's a perfect excuse to be going for it, is getting that, making that happen. So, right, Craig, thank you so much for joining us, mate, and we look forward to seeing you on Monday.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
I'm going to put you back into the green room. Wait there, because when we go offline, you and I can then chat. And just make sure unless you got to run, but no, we'll just quickly debrief. Just quickly say, Kat says, don't forget, we are happy to help with any queries and see you Monday. And that includes late entries. Get those late entries in. We want to see them. Craig, speak to you in a minute, my friend.
Thanks, guys. Thank you, everybody.
And I look forward to seeing you all on Monday. It's been an absolute treat. Thank you for joining us on Combe TV. I hope you've enjoyed it. But for now, I'm going to play you out with how you can get racing as well. See you all Monday. Mayday Madness.
Becoming a racing driver has never been easier with Castle Combe Circuit. Book your ARDS Novice Drivers Training course at the Wiltshire venue today. The easiest and quickest way into competitive on-track action.
Welcome to Castle Combe. My name's Alan Cooper. I'm the Chief Driving Racing Instructor here at this circuit. We're here today to do the Novice Driver Training course, often known as the ARDS course, which is the first way to start off and get your racing driving licence. So, no further ado, let's get on and show you what's involved.
So you've seen the format. Everyone here today passed their tests and now have their racing licence. Who knows? The next time I see them could be as I commentate on them in front of the usual packed house of racing fans here at Castle Combe Circuit. All you need to do to be next is to visit castlecombecircuit.co.uk and select Become a Racing Driver under the Racing tab. Becoming a racing driver is easier than you think with Castle Combe Circuit and Motorsport UK.